here at UDS in Orlando, where it's the UDS planning cycle for the 1204 release, and I'm with Randall Ross. Randall, you're the LoCo leader of the Vancouver LoCo team. Can you tell me a little bit about that LoCo team and a little bit about what you do on that team?
Sure, absolutely. So I guess my official title is Ubuntu Buzz Generator for Vancouver. When I initially got involved in the team, I saw my role as primarily marketing, just getting the word out that A, there was a team, and B, there was this great project called Ubuntu that no one in Vancouver seemed to know about. And that was really my energy initially. As I got more involved, I started taking on a bit more responsibility in the day-to-day management of the team and organizing events and getting initiatives up off the ground. So it's really become, over the course of the last 2.5 years or so, a hybrid role. I still consider myself kind of rooted in marketing, but I also enjoy the community management aspects of it. So that's kind of what I'm doing now.
So how many members do you all have?
Okay, that number fluctuates on a daily basis, but right now we're sitting at 491. And what's interesting to me is we've been above 500, and I should mention that Vancouver is the city of Vancouver. We're not talking about a larger geographic area, so this is one city. We've skirted around 500 for a while. It seems to be that magic number we can never quite stay above. Now we've had a bit of issues with system glitches and people not responding to emails and stuff and dropping off our mailing list, but roughly, I always say roughly 500 people. Our goal is to be 5,000, so we've got a ways to go.
You know, it makes me just want to move to Vancouver to be part of your team, but...
Please come. We want you.
But some of the other stuff that you guys did, like the Quiver Guide and some of those initiatives that that the team took on throughout the last cycle, were pretty amazing. What can we see from your team throughout this next release cycle?
So we're continuing with some documentation. We're really looking forward to refreshing the Quiver Guide because Quiver is in a state of transition. It's experienced a major overhaul. It's, in my opinion, one of Ubuntu's crown jewels. It is a very important application in this age of social networking and distractions. It's a way to kind of take those distractions away and focus on the signal and all of the noise of the network. So really want to focus on that. Looking forward to refreshing the Unity documentation. Again, one of Ubuntu's crown jewels, getting that out and getting it more integrated with the system itself, because we started out really in a lightweight manner, creating guides that are the PDF format and really outside of the system. And as we released these guides, we found there was a real need to start bringing that content right into Ubuntu itself. So that's kind of what we're hoping to do, is gradually migrate that content in where it makes sense.
Well, you do a fantastic job, and I know you and I have talked about some things that I actually want to hand over to your team, so tasking your team for this cycle. And that's really kind of exciting to me, to have two LoCo teams kind of collaborate. Actually, 3 teams collaborating: North Carolina, the leadership, whatever team it ends up being, and then the Vancouver team. So it's really neat to see teams come together in that collaborative format.
Right, and in the documentation thing, I should mention Chicago. Chicago was very instrumental in pulling some of the content into Mallard. So, great collaboration there between 2 cities that, I didn't think was possible before until we did it.
Exactly, and I think you along with a few other people in the community side of things, really kind of do set that initiative, set that tone for new things to happen in the community.
Right.
Speaking of leadership, though, we've had a mini leadership conference while we've been here, and you've added quite a few topics to that list.
Right. What
are your views on leadership as it pertains to the Ubuntu community?
I don't think leadership is special in Ubuntu. I think leadership is leadership and can be applied to really any endeavor. Having said that, the one thing about Ubuntu is I personally believe this is the most important project in the world right now. And if you're a leader, this is the project to apply your leadership skills to. And I think that one of the easiest ways to do that is to quote George Castro, just do it. Set an example. Pick something you're good at. Figure out how that thing you're good at fits into the Ubuntu project or extends the Ubuntu project into uncharted territory. Roll up your sleeves and make it happen. When people see you doing things and see that things are happening, many will follow the lead. Many will try and emulate, many will expand on it, and when you get enough people doing that, you've started a movement. And I think we're right on the cusp starting a movement if we can just energize more leaders and get more people involved.
Well, Randall, I tell you, it's really exciting to hear your ideas, see where you're participating, see the things that your LoCo team is doing, and see those initiatives that you're driving throughout the community. I know we have one more day of tomorrow of the Leadership Summit, and I'm looking forward to hearing your input on that.
Sure.
And I'm looking forward to seeing what all you're going to influence in this next cycle. So is there anything I haven't asked you about that you'd like to mention now?
Well, I'd like to mention a few things. First off, that Ubuntu Vancouver is really a team effort. We've got a lot of really, really good people up there who don't get a lot of the spotlight, and I want to make sure that everyone in the world knows that we have some real rock stars in Vancouver. Joe Lau, who many of you might know, he's a recent Ubuntu member. He's been involved heavily for 3 years. Charlene Tessier, who led the documentation effort. A whole host of great students from BCIT, which is our Institute of Technology in BC. So it really is a team effort, and I wanted to really stress that. It's not just Randall, it's really a strong team. And I want to close by shifting gears a little bit. The two things that are coming up for the rest of the week for me that are very important. I've got two blueprints that I'd really like to launch off the ground and get more people involved. And one of them is, and this is my pet topic, making community obvious on the desktop. I think we have a real opportunity here to immediately show people, new users of Ubuntu, that there is a community and not have them discover it accidentally. And I think right now a lot of people are accidentally discovering community. I want that to be super, super obvious. And the second blueprint I'm passionate about, and I hope we can get some traction in this cycle, is scaling Ubuntu by a factor of 10. Let's actually put some plans in place. Let's put some feet on the ground and start taking this to the streets. So,
well, Randall, thank you so much, and I'm looking forward to those sessions, and looking forward to seeing what all we do as a community throughout this next cycle and beyond. So thank you so much.
Thank you.